I'm going to just start off everything this morning with a cuss word. I hope that you guys are bracing yourselves and ready for it, but I'm going to just say it. Here it goes. Pyramid scheme. All right, we got that out of the way. If you have anybody that is a friend, family member does sales, that eventually at some point in your life you're going to be approached by them, and one of the last things you're going to talk about is how you get paid, and then you're going to realize that you're going to call it a pyramid scheme, even though they're not legal, and they're probably going to be able to explain to you why they're not. Most of them are not, and I can explain why they're not, but that's not what this is about. In doing anything that's direct sales, a lot of times you come across people that are going to tell you no, and it's easy to let that affect you, and it's easy to let that mentality drag you down. So you're taught just to have a next mentality, and the next mentality is when you're told no, you physically and audibly say the word next, therefore dismissing who you're talking about and starting to move on to the next one. I have a major problem with that because everybody is a potential sell eventually. And why would you burn a bridge just because they told you no? It may be that they just don't have the time, the money, or the need for your product this time. And that could change in a week, month, year, or 2 years, or who knows how long. But why burn the bridge over your own ego? So you need to kind of keep your ego in check. And that's one thing that a lot of people have an issue with. And it's a lot of times those people are salespeople because you have to have somewhat of an ego and so a certain amount of self-confidence to enter the sales world. So in saying that, there's also part of sales where and this is anything in life. There is a wavelength that we operate off of, right? Up and like a wave. And the top third and the bottom third, probably more 20% in each one. So you leave about a 60% in the middle, 55 to 60% in the middle. If that's like the looking zone. If their wavelength is at the top, which is they're super happy with life and they aren't really looking for anything at all, then they're in that top percent. It doesn't matter what you're selling, they're not interested. And then the bottom is they're down, depressed, money's either tight or there's just life isn't going their way, and then they're not interested. So you're looking for people who are in that looking zone where life doesn't suck, but it's not totally awesome, where they don't mind filling their lives with a bunch of crap. So it's not always, when you get a no, it's not always you. It's not always your product. It could be the person you're talking to, and it could be where they're at in their lives. It's not always your pitch. You could have the most amazing pitch in the world, but if they don't really care to hear it, it doesn't matter. So don't take things personally. And you're going to always run into obstacles. Samantha got all 300 of her CDs in yesterday at one time, and Pastor Jeff came over because we are still social distancing for church. So we did a family reading, and he recorded us for something he's putting together for Christmas Eve for the church family. And he bought a CD, and he wanted it autographed. And for the first time, I was a witness to something that I never thought I would see, but I never think about it. And it was a 16-year-old not really ready to sign her first autograph because she really hadn't practiced it a lot. How many people sit around practicing their autographs as an actual autograph, not your signature, not you signing your name, but an actual autograph? So it was really cool to kind of witness that. So she is doing limited edition numbered ones that she already has a list of everyone who did a pre-order. So don't worry if you're on that list. You are getting a numbered one that is a limited edition one. So anyway, and then she's getting her merchandise orders in. If you want to go to SamanthaKFavor.com under the store, you can buy shirts, hoodies, hats, t-shirts, all kinds of stuff. And so we're getting those orders in for her, and it didn't link up to PayPal, so I've been on the phone with PayPal, which is a chore in itself to get PayPal to call you. But I got it all figured out, and the money finally hit her account, and orders are being made. So anyway, if you have any questions, concerns, anything business related you want me to talk about, shoot me a message and I'm happy to go over it. I'm just kind of randomly waking up talking about things that pop into my head. And today's was mainly just confidence, because a lot of times when you're told no over and over and over, it's easy to start questioning why. And a lot of times it's not you, it's the person that you're talking to is not really in that zone of looking, not really wanting what you have to say to them. And that could change. So don't burn that bridge. So love you guys. We will talk to you guys tomorrow. Should be more on time because I hopefully don't have any fires to put out before we meet. So see you tomorrow morning.